massage because I was actually in so much pain. And I was like, okay, someone needs to help me because I'm in pain. But, yeah, so that was really stressful that we carried all these wings all the way to the convention and then didn't know if they were going to actually stay on my body because the straps weren't working. And people were watching us too, and they realized, they're like, okay, we're not going to help them because this girl looks insane right now. And I really did. I probably looked like I was going to kill someone just with all of the pressure that was on. I'm like, we just took hours and I didn't sleep, and if these don't get on my body right now, I'm going to freak out. But a lesser freak out, which I didn't freak out as much as I thought I was going to, is my first costume that I fully made by myself was my other Magic the Gathering costume, which is Chandra, the Planeswalker, and I made that bodice, and I wood glued the heck out of that. And the benefit of wood glue is that it makes, your Warbler look really smooth and really metallic, or however I wanted to make it look. And this one I was painting red because her metal was red. And I wanted it to look really smooth, so I wood glued. And the problem with wood glue is it can chip, like all glue can do. And so when I was eating at the end of the con, which was last September, I was at Archon in St. Louis, and I was going to eat. We were eating in our costume because that's what you do. You're at a con. And then I was like, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. So I go to the bathroom, and there's, a sliding door that opens and shuts to get in. And I'm going into the bathroom, and a worker, an employee, kicks the door, and it smacks into me, really, really hard. And I was like, whoa. But, my face was protected by my bodice, by my boobs. They were a good thing they were sticking out farther than my face. But what sucked, though, is that the wood glue chipped off of my bodice. And so I had a big, brown Warbler patch. And I was kind of, upset, but at the same time, I was like, whoa, the armor actually worked. But you kind of just get creative in the moment. So I had lipstick and clear coat of, nail clear coat. And so I just put my red lipstick and then clear coat over it, and it worked out perfectly. But I still need to fix that bodice because of that. But yeah, things happen all the time, and you just kind of roll with it. You got to go with it. But what are you going to do?
Well, for me, I'm going to take a minute because I was not expecting that to be the focal point of the story. Just so you can see, I was protected by my boobs. Just that got me. I had to.
My bodice, so
yeah.
My warrior armor did protect me. My sister also protected me by yelling.
Oh, wow.
So she was really upset, and I actually oddly wasn't. I was like, whoa. I think I was just more in the moment of that could have been my nose. That could have broken my nose. And the employee was like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, I think I'm okay. And my sister was like, how dare you kick a door open like that? Who does that? And I was like, yeah, actually, it's pretty upsetting that happened. But again, as a costumer, you get creative, and I didn't have spray paint on me, but I did have lipstick, and so lipstick and nail polish worked.
There you go. So I think just to kind of wrap this up just a little bit. So obviously, when all is said and done, you've been to the cons, you've just had, crazy weekends, stuff like that. What is probably the best way for you to just relax, really? Because I know, especially with April, there has to be something that, helps you really just think okay, it's done. I can just decompress. I can finally just, I can finally relax. What's the best way for you mainly?
Well, getting a massage always helps. That was awesome. But it can be expensive, so that's not what I would suggest to everyone. Maybe if you have a partner, your partner could give you a massage. That would be awesome. If you don't, then you could go pay a crazy Russian lady to do it for you. She's awesome. Deep tissue. But I think my favorite way to really decompress after a con is to binge on Netflix. And that's what I did. After this one, I binged, and I usually, like, anime is a perfect way for me to just totally, like, chill. Because, sometimes I like doing, like, the Marvel series and stuff like that, but for some reason, anime is just so giddy and happy and just really makes, like, me feel good. So, like, this one, I decided to just rewatch Ouran High School Host Club, which is on Netflix, and if you guys have never checked it out, it's extremely cute. I love it to death. I realized, like, after I literally finished it today, and I was like, I love this anime. I love it. And I will always love it. And I don't care how old I am. I will always love Ouran. And I know my cos family has been asking me to cosplay Ouran with them, but it's just not the funnest to cosplay because they just wear, like, blue suits, like ties, like school uniform. And I'm like, that's not fun for me. But I don't know. I love it so much. Maybe I'll have to do it one day because it's awesome. And just binge watching a favorite show that you've already watched before, one that you don't have to commit, to, like, okay, I need to memorize all these characters again, or I need to do this, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's, like, for me, I've watched this, like, 4 times before, so it's like, I can just chill and just enjoy the laughs again, and that's what I like to do. So after a con, I say, chill out, rest, don't worry about, like, even getting off social media for a while is awesome, and then just turning your phone off, and then just watching some anime or whatever is your thing, and binging it, because that's awesome.
Hey, whatever works out, whatever helps you just relax and think, okay, I got this time to just rest, not think about a con for a while. Let's just enjoy some me time, because that's always what matters. That way you don't go crazy. But I think this is going to be like a pretty good plug for you, especially. I finally got the chance to listen to the interview that you did for Cosplay Connection that you had with Megawatt, who, honestly, like I said, first thing that came to mind was maybe Victory Bell should be hosting the show and I should just be the lackey, because if you guys get a chance, go check it out on SoundCloud. We actually have a link in our Facebook fan page. It's really good. It's one of those things where she talks about, like, the origins of how she came to be a cosplayer, some of the things she likes to do, her upcoming wedding, which, honestly, I thought to myself, wow, DC versus Marvel at a wedding. I never thought I'd see it, but honestly, I say go for it. It just sounds amazing. It's a great interview. Definitely go check it out, you guys. It's just awesome. And, of course, you can always check her out on SoundCloud now, which I didn't know until, she posted that up. I'm like, oh, she's got another episode up there. Okay, I'll need to take some time to listen to that as well. But, all right, so we move on from this to, of course, what's going on throughout the week. The new trailer got released of The Defenders, which features Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Daredevil. What more can be said about this trailer, in my opinion, than, damn, this summer is going to be awesome because of that Soul Netflix series. It just looks flat out amazing. I'm not too familiar about, how this whole Defenders thing is going to work out, so I don't know. Victory Bell, do you have any more insight on the Defenders? Because you're kind of more the, superhero, cosplay, Marvel, DC amongst us.
Yeah, I know. I'm not for sure who their villain is specifically. I mean, there are some rumors going around that it might be Iron Fist's mom or something like that, but I do know that it's Sigourney Weaver, and that's sick. I love that. I love her to death. So the fact that Netflix is pulling these stars, man, and this star-studded cast is gonna. It's hard to fail when you have such strong characterizations and such strong actors. The Defenders is basically. I'm not trying to diss them at all, but it's like they're kind of B-level superheroes. They're not like the crazy, popular, strong, intense superheroes, but they're like the B-level that kind of handle the B-level villains, and it's New York-based, and I'm going to guess that they're probably going to be versing the Hand of some sort, because they've all been versing the Hand throughout these series. So I'm not for sure exactly where they're going to go with this, but just looking at the trailer, it looks like their connector is, of course, Rosario Dawson, who's been in all of them. It's the nurse, the beautiful nurse, who has been interacting with all of them, and she's probably going to bring them all together in some way. There have been rumors that some people think, if she brings them all together, is there something going to happen to her? We're not for sure. I could see them possibly killing her. We don't know. It's just something like I could see that it happening. But I think for a Netflix series, it's going to be awesome. I'm hoping that they're going to show us more superpowers, because that's the one thing these Netflix series kind of lack. They have really good fight scenes, but I really want to see, Luke Cage be that indestructible man, and I want to see more of the actual Iron Fist, less of the kung fu work. Can we actually see his fist glow and be indestructible? That would be great. And also Jessica Jones, she's supposed to be able to fly. I don't know if there's a reason she's not. I think we're supposed to be like, oh, she kind of lost some of her powers. But come on, let's see these superheroes, in quotes, show that they're super in some other way. But the Defenders looks awesome. I know people are kind of nervous about it because Iron Fist didn't do the best, and it didn't have the best reviews, but I think in general that it did well enough to really move us forward and move us into the Defender series. And I don't know, I'm kind of thinking that it might be heavily relied on the Iron Fist story. So maybe if you hated it, maybe look into more of what the Iron Fist story is and see if you're going to like this, because it looks like it's really involving Iron Fist a lot. So I'm excited. I didn't really hate Iron Fist like other people did. I thought it was fine. But, it looks like it's going to be heavily involved on his storyline, and get with it or you're not going to like it.
Fair enough. Well, now we go from, as you call it, B-list superheroes to probably A-list, not really superheroes, but A-list heroes. That being, of course, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is coming out this week, opening this Friday. Oh, boy, howdy. I mean, I'll tell you guys this, that when I subscribed to Disney Movie Club, one of the first movies that they allowed me to get with just getting a $1 per movie deal, one of the first things I got on there was Guardians of the Galaxy. And I don't think it was until earlier this year, I want to say, that I got the chance to actually watch Guardians of the Galaxy, and I feel bad for taking that long. But at the same time, and I know, how do I call myself a Marvel fan if I haven't seen these movies religiously, or these Netflix series? I know, I'm ashamed of myself as a Marvel fan for not watching this stuff, but I did get a chance to see it, and immediately I was just impressed with, they tell the story about, Chris Pratt as Star-Lord, Drax, the whole deal between Groot and Rocket was amazing. Even, showing a little bit of Gamora, how she worked with Thanos and then broke away from them, and how this is just going to build up somehow into the Infinity War is just going to be amazing. And now going from that to, oh man, Volume 2 just looks absolutely amazing. And again, I've heard nothing but positive reviews. I've heard people say that it was better than the first one. Honestly, I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, oh, that's going to be hard, that's going to be tough to top, but at the same time, you got Baby Groot in there, which honestly, for me, hands down, it's like, yeah, that's going to sell the movie for me. If this movie completely blows, at least I get to see Baby Groot, who's going to be probably the most adorable thing I could ever see. Basically, Baby Groot to men is what little chihuahuas are to so many women in LA area. Just too adorable to even resist. It's like, oh, come on, this guy's adorable. Plus, he kicks ass, so what more can you ask for? Russell Crowe's going to be involved in this, and we're going to get a little more backstory with Star-Lord, so I thought, okay, that's going to be very interesting. Probably get a little more in-depth with what's going to happen going into the Infinity War. This just looks like a flat-out awesome movie with all the trailers and with everything that's going on. I am looking forward to it. Your thoughts on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
Yeah, it looks amazing.